find your cakes, and how can we place an order?
Great question. You can find me at bestcaramelcake.com. That's BESTCARAMEL cake.com. You can also reach me at 414-800-2587 to order. We are curbside pickup and delivery only. If you're craving something that feels homemade, something that's full of flavor, definitely try one of the cakes. And I have a actual promotion for the listeners, too.
Oh, let me hear that. What is the promotion you got for us?
For the month of July and August, all listeners will receive $10.17 for 101.7 off of any 2-layered caramel cake and $5 off any caramel cake pan. And if there's anyone looking for any commercial kitchen space, we do have space for food entrepreneurs and food truck owners looking to get a food license as well. So feel free to call that same number, 414-800-2587, with any questions. Thank you.
Oh, I absolutely love that so much. Thank you so much, Felicia, for joining us here today for our Black Business Give Back Spotlight.
Awesome. I really appreciate you having me on today.
And this has been your Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Gimme Cakes right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. One big Democratic name has thrown their hat into the ring for governor. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez formally announced her candidacy for the position this morning. Meanwhile, Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley says he will formally declare his candidacy in the weeks ahead. In Madison,
the defendant also gave NR the ability to enter that gun safe by telling her how she could find the combination.
The father of the Abundant Life Christian School shooter is bound for trial. 43-year-old Jeffrey Rupp now faces 3 felonies, including intentionally selling a dangerous weapon to a minor and contributing to the delinquency of a child. His 15-year-old daughter, Natalie, used one of 2 legally purchased guns in the mass shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in December 2024. 2 people died in that shooting, and 1 teen is still recovering in the hospital. Rupp now has been out of custody since posting bail in May. Enrolling more students to Milwaukee public schools. Parents and children met with MPS teachers on Thursday as part of the district's Community Resource Enrollment Fair. MPS Chief of Staff Michael Harris says this.
We understand that we have schools in every neighborhood across Milwaukee, and we want to make sure that our community knows that Milwaukee Public Schools is there to support their needs.
MPS is working with external partners like Milwaukee Rec and Milwaukee Public Libraries to ensure after-school programming for students. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. You can see I am not in the studio. I am at home, taking a much needed rest. No, not a rest day, but a less travel day. So I'm kind of hanging out, doing great things. So as I said before, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. You know what today is, right? You know exactly what today is. Today is Pop-Off Friday. So something's been irking me, and since I've always been accused of complaining about, let me see, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, and whoever's new, Generation A, I guess. I don't know. I may as well be consistent, right? I may as well be consistent. One of the things that bothers me more than anything is people complain about having a job. They complain about so many things in their life, but what they don't realize is that you don't have to have it. You get to go to work. You don't have to go to work. You got it? You have problems, but those problems are actually a privilege. We think that things are supposed to be easy and things are supposed to walk through, but I think part of what we forgot is that we chose to do it. We chose to go to school. We chose to get a job and try to be the best that we can be. We chose to do all that. I wanted to have the #1 radio show. So I had the #1 radio show. I wanted to have a #1 event. So I had the #1 event, specialty radio show. How did I do that? Well, what I couldn't do is complain, because that's what I asked for. Oh, I have to go into work every day, and I have to go in and I got to do show prep and read all this information and look at all these things and talk to all these people. No, I get to do that. And that's a privilege. If I'm going to be successful, I'm going to get criticized. In every arena that I've ever stepped into, I've been criticized. Fraternity, Concordia, GKB, everywhere. Talk and text line, YouTube chat, everywhere. Phone calls, every single day. Pressure, expectation, that's what it is. And you have to understand that if you declare to the world that you want to be great, that means that you are an expert at taking on problems and issues that other people can't. But with that comes public scrutiny. With that comes other people trashing you. Because in the end, you're doing what you said you wanted to do. You're doing what you asked for. That's why people seem to think I don't have any sympathy for teachers, and I do, but I guess I have to be honest and agree with them. I guess I don't. And one of the reasons I don't is because you decided to do what you wanted to do, and you became a teacher, and you went to school. I didn't do that. You did. I didn't say I wanted to be a teacher. You did. I wanted to teach in higher ed, so that's what I did. But that's what it comes down to. And you have to understand that the choices that you made, because you said you wanted to be the greatest teacher in the world, that is what you are. If you decided you wanted to be a school superintendent, then that's what you are. And if you want to be the best, then you have to take the criticism that comes along with it. And you can't complain because you asked to do it. You don't have to do it. You can complain. You can quit. Pack up your bag and quit. But you decided to stay. You decided that you wanted to be great. And so now, that's what you have. But that's all you get. You don't get extra. You don't get a pat on the back. You get criticism. Because in the end, that's what it all comes down to. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017 is the number. If you're doing what you said you wanted to do and you got what you asked for, that means you want to accept everything that comes with it. That's all the pain. That's all the heartache. That's all the late nights, staying up late, waking up early, and getting it in. But that's what you asked for. So it's not a shame you're taking criticism. It's not a shame people are trashing you. If you want to be a mayor or a common council president, or if you want to be a board supervisor, if you want to do any of those things, you want to be governor, guess what? You have to take the criticism. You asked for it. So you can't get mad when people trash you. That's a part of greatness. And if it really is a part of greatness, there are no personal spaces in public. I can't go sit and get work done in a coffee shop and not expect people to walk up and want to have a conversation and talk. I can't get mad because that's what I asked for. Because I don't have to. That's something I get to do. And the bottom line, when it comes down to it, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to do and be successful. But there's one warning. What you do is what you ask for. And with that, you got to read the fine print.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation! The Wisconsin State Fair is back. This year's State Fair runs from July 31st to August 10th. You know how it goes down at the State Fair. Whether it's the delicious food, fun rides, the competitions, or the music, there's always something for the entire family. And the Truth wants you to enjoy the whole experience, which is why we will be giving away a pair of tickets on both Truth to Power and Jamming with Juice. So make sure to listen for your chance to win tickets so you don't miss your chance to enjoy the Wisconsin State Fair, courtesy of the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Yes, you see it. I am just chilling at home, hanging out. Thought I'd do it. Let me check the YouTube. Hey, Quanda, what's going on? SE beat you today, by the way. What's up, Reginald? Curly Q. Y'all be on here all day. Y'all got jobs. Do y'all work? What's that about? Africa Queen, good afternoon, Dr. Ken. What it do? Chat family. Last show of the day. Yeah, remind me. Yeah, make me feel bad. No, I'm just kidding. Reginald said, I decided to tune in to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken, and all that comes with that decision and a decent choice at that. The caveat. I don't understand what that means. I don't know what that means. Yep, I work from home. The show is the background to keep me company. Really? Okay. Well, I'm working at home today, too. 833-212-1017 is the number. So, are you able to really deal with all the stuff? You hear people say, I can't stand going to work. I have a problem. Everything is, well, but you chose that. You literally chose to take that job. You wanted to be great. You said you were going to be great. You went into it because you said that's what you wanted to do. And then to sit here and complain about it makes no sense to me. That's what you decided to do. That's why I stay on teachers all the time. That's why I stay on cops and firefighters. You can't complain about doing your job when you decided to do it. You said you wanted to do it. You showed up, you applied, you got the job, you took a paycheck. The least you can do is do your job. White Widow on the talking text line said, I have learned to take insults in my career and life. I accept them. Proving them wrong is the satisfaction. I don't know if you should openly take criticism like that. Like insults. Criticism is one thing. Insults are just that. And I don't think anybody should be insulted and then stand and take them as if it's some badge of courage that you take. But I also understand you're from a different era, at a different time, working with unions and working in places where you may not have necessarily have been unless they invited you. So I get it. I'm just wired a little different, where I'm not going to let somebody insult me or say something to me they're not supposed to say just because of who they are. Now that's ridiculous. I don't really know anybody that would let somebody do that. You can't talk to me any old way. And the reason I say that is because you can't talk to me any old way, because you may end up talking to the wrong person and it comes out different. I don't know. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017. Are you able to take all the trashing and the harshness that comes with your position in order to be great? I guess I should rephrase that. How much trash are you willing to take? How much criticism are you willing to take in order to be great? In order to be great. I'll tell you about some of the times when people tried to embarrass me or say things that they thought was going to embarrass me, and I didn't let it happen. And then now that I'm successful, it's unfortunate because many of those same people don't come around, or, being transparent, don't want me around because it reminds them of something they didn't do. And there are, let me see, for every success I've had in my life, I've probably had about 7 or 8 failures of things that I tried to do, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017 is the number. What y'all talking about on the YouTube chat? He's not a competition with me, sir, Dr. Ken. However, I am at work. And Reginald says, so the caveat you're saying is read the fine print. Well, the fine print is that you're going to get criticized. Like, that's the part. I want to be great. Well, But now you're going to get criticized. I want to be a well-known actor. Well, then you're going to be accused of doing things or saying things or being places that you weren't. But you still get blamed for it. So you can't complain. I want to be great. So all that has to come with it. And it's unfortunate, but that's how life is, because that's how human beings are. We trash people who are successful. I get it every day. People call every day. You know what you're talking about? You don't this, you don't that. Okay. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real said, I stand outside panhandling while listening to the best shows on earth. 101.7 The Truth. Dude, stop. So really what you do is you come on here on Friday to talk about how close it is. See, I need to start complaining about you all. I think I need to pop off about the talk and text line. That's what I need to do. I need to pop off about the fact that you all come in here and, okay, let me stop. Let me be nice. Felix C. II, with great power comes great responsibility. That's not what I'm talking about. We already know. Yes, it's people here at the house. We already know that with great power comes great responsibility. That's a cute saying, but that doesn't help you through the bad times when people are criticizing you and talking about you and lying on you, right? Or have legitimate criticism that's something that you did, you messed up, and now you got to fix it. I talked about it the other day where some people relish in other people's misfortune. They get happy about it. Oh my God, can you see? He failed. And what that is my interpretation of it is you're just weak and you want everybody to be like you. Nothing. And that's unfortunate. Those are the ones that hide on social media and trash people on social media because they can hide behind a handle. But I bet they wouldn't put their real name out. I bet they wouldn't go down the street and let people say, hey, you, I heard you on the radio and I didn't like what you said, because it happens every day. If you're not willing to do that, to be that transparent, I wouldn't look to being great. I would just accept life as it is. Showing up for a paycheck is one thing. Kwanda said, I take it all and then some. However, I still show up because it's more than a paycheck for me. I do my job with my whole heart, with respect and dignity, and I'm still not great. I'm a work in progress. I don't understand what you mean by that. What do you mean you're not great? But aren't you working towards being great? Aren't you working towards being successful? If you're doing that, you're going to get trashed. You're going to get criticized. The expectation's going to be too great. There's going to be too much stress. You're going to think you can't do it, and you're going to do it. And so what I'm popping off about today is that stop complaining. Stop crying about it. That is what you asked for. You said that's where you wanted to work. You said that's who you wanted to marry. You said that's the car you wanted to buy. Well, now you got to pay for it. Now you got to wake up in the morning and see that person. Now when you don't want to go to work, you still got to go to work because that's what you said you were going to do. And it's unfortunate, but that's what you have to do. Everybody has their point of view and they think, oh, I'm doing great, and we only want to hear praise. And if you're younger than 50, be careful. People are... Is that like the reverse of gaslighting? People are blowing you up and you're not great. And they're telling you you're great. That's why people want to be a manager or a director with 2 and 3 years on the job, because they think they know everything. And it's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate. And so in the next break, I'd say 3 suggestions on longevity. How to say what? I know. He's talking to me in my ear. I know. I'm going to talk to you about the 3 things that I think are more important that you need for longevity to make it through the long haul. We think we know. And we're in a, and I'm looking it up now, and we're in a space where we think some of the most important things is to get it done fast. I saw on Instagram, I was on IG the other day, and I saw a video, and a guy gave 3 rules of life that I think in this instance, if you really want to be great, because you asked for it, you took the job, you said, I want to work there. You went and worked there, and now you're upset because you have to go to work when in fact you get to go to work. Otherwise you could be homeless. Otherwise you could not have a car and be in, I don't know, 8-inch deep snow trying to get to work. But now you're blessed with a car, so you just grumble a bit in the warmth of your nice car. And that's okay. But when we come back, I want to share the 3 things that you have to remember, that you actually have to remember in order to make it through life. Because many times we forget that, you know, we want to add all these things to our life and we want to get all these things when in fact all it comes down to is 3 really basic things that you have to remember. And if you apply it to everything you do, you'll remember that you get to do that, and that's a blessing. And in actuality, it's a privilege. Privileged people get an education. Privileged people go to privileged people go to school and graduate and get a job that pays them over $50, $60, $70, $100, $200,000 a year. We do. And one of the things we always forget, it's privilege. There's a such thing as black privilege. We can't just keep blaming people for doing things and getting things when we have them ourselves. You know, like a suburb. Yeah, I had to throw that in there. I'm just saying. So, White Widow said, Dr. Ken complaining about his day-to-day being great and successful, about people complaining about their jobs. A lot of complaining going on. I don't understand what you're saying. So, one of the reasons I'm successful is because it took me a long time to figure out that I get to be somewhere. And that's privilege. And that's a blessing. So stop complaining. That's what I'm saying. It's not just about complaining about your job. It's about complaining about life, period. You get to do what you want to do. So then when the bad comes along with it, stop complaining about the bad. You can't have good without bad. It's just how life goes. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazica.
Backups continue eastbound on 94 coming out of the Zoo interchange all the way to an accident scene at about 35th Street. So heads up with that. Westbound, not too bad. Things are moving along pretty well between the Marquette and the county line. Southbound on 894 backing up from before Greenfield Avenue all the way down and around the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound, pretty much all the way to 68th Street. So pretty hefty delay there. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, a low of 68. Tomorrow, scattered storms, showers, warm and humid, a high of 82. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every step lights the way to brighter futures. Join us for the 41st annual UNCF Milwaukee Walk/Run for Education on Saturday, August 2nd at Veterans Park. Meet our 2025 Grand Marshals and Torchbearers as we light the path for Milwaukee students to achieve their college dreams. Start a team, bring your family, and help us raise funds that change lives. Awards, food, and fun await. Register today at mkeuncf.info. Light the way. Walk for education.
Hey Truth Nation, it's your girl Noni Juice for Steinhafels. And are you looking for your best night's sleep? Well, you can get it with a new Tempur-Pedic from Steinhafels. Experience Tempur-Pedic's advanced pressure-relieving power designed to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. Right now, Queen Hybrids start at just $52 a month with Steinhafels 60-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Upgrade with an anti-snore adjustable base for your best sleep yet. Steinhafels is your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online today.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
What was the life change? You know, we all know it happened and we know things happen and you have bad kidneys, but what was the life change afterwards?
A couple things. Before they even allow you to get on the list, they make you go through a battery of tests. And, you know, a lot of people don't qualify because they're overweight or they have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So all those things are requirements before you can even get approved to be on the list. So I had...
Wait, you got to be approved to be on the list?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's interesting. There's a professional athlete or former professional athlete I know right now that has kidney disease and he's on dialysis and he wants to get on the list and he's not accepting all the things you have to do, you know, to get on the list. But yeah, so for me, I spent 30 years in the automobile industry. You know, that's 12, 14-hour days, eating whatever somebody brings you to eat, whatever you run out and grab, McDonald's, whatever. It was never salads and, you know.
Yeah, but that was a choice, right?
It was a choice. Yeah. But I had to change all of that to even qualify to be on the list. I had to get down to the weight I had to be at. I had to get my phosphorus under control, my potassium under control.
Wait a minute, even though somebody said they would give you a kidney,
absolutely,
you had to still make yourself eligible?
Absolutely.
Nah, that's okay.
When I mentioned the athlete, his relative actually died, and they wanted to take his organs, and they couldn't because he wasn't qualified. He wasn't on the list. Wow. Yeah, you have to be.
So there are over 100,000 people on that waiting list. So they are very serious.
And how many donors do we have?
And that's the problem. We don't have nearly enough donors.
Wow.
And that's why it's such a critical need. But they are serious about who they're giving that gift of life to because there are so many people who are literally dying waiting for it.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The 61 and 41 Milwaukee Brewers back in action today following their off day on Thursday. They'll be getting a 6-game homestand that begins with 3 against the Miami Marlins this afternoon at American Family Field. First pitch set for 3:10. Freddie Peralta on the mound today for the Brew Crew. After the game today as well, the first ever Brewers Alumni Home Run Derby featuring Prince Fielder and Ryan Braun. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL where the Packers training camp is in full swing after practice this week. Quarterback Jordan Love addressing what he needs to do this year.
Continue to improve my playmaking ability, continue to find those instances when defense might be winning, having everybody covered up to find ways to scramble, extend plays, and use my legs, different instances, move in the pocket, and just keep extending plays.
The Packers will resume practice today in Green Bay. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833-212-1010. 17 is the number. Let me get in here and address some of the nonsense. Some of you all are talking. Miles say, hey, Quanda, as long as you're happy with your progress, that is all that matters. You got this, sis. Absolutely. Absolutely. But understand the negative part that comes with being great, the negative part that comes with being successful, the negative part that comes with deciding that you want to be that. People see your light. They see the greatness in you. And we spend a lot of time, don't let nobody dim your light. You got to be, yeah, that's great. But when the actual criticism comes, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's kind of powerful, but you got to think about it. Africa Queen say, that's how I felt when I worked at the hospital, retired now, and hospital sure isn't what they, and I don't understand what the rest of you were trying to say, but nobody made you be there. You decided to go there. And that mind, that voice we put in our head of, I have to go to work. Well, you don't have to. You get to go to work. You get to use your legs and your brain and your eyes and your hands and your feet. You get to do all those things because you're blessed. And all this other nonsense about, I have to go to work and they work in me. Well, you're getting paid for it. And if that's how, and I think somebody said that, even Quanda might have said that, if that's how you have to deal with it, that's how you have to deal with it. Whatever motivates you to get through it, but you chose that. You said you were passionate about it, and that's what you were going to do, and then now you're in it, and now you're catching flack. And, yeah, this is how it goes. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017 is the number. Here's a great example. Hang on, I got to push this button right here. Here's a great example of what I talk about when I say, you don't understand the greatness that you have and the success that you have. That these type of things that happen are happening only because you're there. Only because you're blessed enough to be in that space. So with that space that's great comes a few bumps in a row. This from NBCnews.com. Howard University students are complaining on social media about unexpected tuition bills. Now, I have a problem with this story. Not because it's an HBCU, not because it's about black kids in school. Howard University says that it is helping students deal with outstanding tuition balances after several shared complaints on social media that they were unexpectedly handed hefty bills for the past semesters at the school. Okay. All right. The university switched to a new student platform, prompting at least 1,000 students to be notified that they still owe tuition for semesters going back 2 years in some cases. Some of those students posted their grievances. Okay, first of all, how do you have a grievance with somebody that you owe money to? They posted their grievances with the university on social media, garnering millions of views, though some students said they were being blindsided with new student debt. Howard said the students had owed the balances all along. I'm going to just pretend like I don't owe you money. I don't even know how much. I should probably check. Howard University tuition, let's go with 2024. Let's go with last year. Tuition, undergraduate tuition, $35,810 for both in-state and out-of-state. That's the academic year, $35,810. That's about in line with most private universities. So you owe half. Many of the social media posts resulted in thousands of dollars being raised to help students resume their education after some said they could not continue at Howard without paying the debt. In a statement released to NBC News after publication on yesterday, Howard said student accounts were delayed between January and June. The university also says students were notified about data transfers between October and November, and earlier the university told NBC News that the outage of information was only between May and June. In a previous statement, the university said half of the accounts with holes on them were resolved due to student payments, financial aid, or payment arrangements, and holes are being lifted on their accounts. Howard also said it would offer extended virtual and in-person office hours to help students. Alexis Rodriguez, a junior studying political science and Africana studies, says she noticed that she owed $15,000. She said, "I don't have any financial safety nets. I'm just fighting to stay enrolled." Then maybe you should go to a school that doesn't cost as much. And before you scream and holler about she's not living what she wants to do and she wants to go to an HBCU, I get it. Maybe you should have spent your first 2 years at a technical college or a 2-year college and then transferred. And you would have quite possibly have saved enough money in order to go to school. But we just want what we want. Interesting. We just want what we want. And it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I get it. I understand. She wants to be a graduate. She wants to be, who are they? The Bison? Yeah, she wants to be a grad. And I get it wholeheartedly. Support you 110%. But in the end, what it's going to come down to is you got to pay your bill. It is a perfect time to learn, because if you were out in the world, they wouldn't be giving you a break and letting you pay 2 years. 2 years. How can the university survive? That could get that university's accreditation in trouble, because now they're not being fiscally responsible to keep the school open for the students that are paying and are making payments. Interesting. 833-212-1017 is the number. Curly Q said, "I work part-time job occasionally, and there is always someone complaining about being there. And I'm like, this is just for extra money. We don't have to be here." Howard, Reginald say Howard seems to be about $30,000 less than Marquette. Well, that's tuition. And I need to double check that. Was that tuition, room and board, or just tuition? Because if it was just tuition, you still got to pay the room and board piece. And you got to get there, and you got to fly, and you got to, do all those things. But yeah, it's about $35,000. Another person, I mean, I feel bad for them, but you knew where you were going and you knew what it costs before you got there. And you signed on the dotted line, or did you? And that's one of the things higher education needs to do, right? But all of those kids, they're struggling, right? They're doing it because they get to do it. There are people that never get through high school, never think about college. You get to do that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I don't know. Maybe just being mean. Maybe just being mean. I don't know. But that bothers me sometimes when we don't understand that all that you have is because someone got you there. You may have gotten you there, but you get to decide whether or not you want to be there. So 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, I have a suggestion for the city, and we're going to talk about who's running for governor, and if everybody's running for governor, who's going to run to take their place. Anyway, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be right back.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee. It's time to turn the TV off and turn your speakers up so you can hear what the future leaders of the world have to say. Truth Nation, I'm proud to present the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill and 101.7 The Truth. Hosted by me, your boy, Ben Jammin. Every other Saturday at 9 a.m., 8 Milwaukee teams will share stories and laughs that will speak truth to what matters most in their lives.
I'm here to discover different levels about myself.
I'm really here to get my name out there and have a different perspective on life.
So tap in every other Saturday at 9 a.m. Truth Nation, welcome to the 8 Block.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Somebody said on Talking Text Line, that's just tuition at Howard. So I thought that was kind of low because, Marquette's kind of up there. I'm just saying. Man, that was quick on the music. 833-212-1017 is the number. Reginald said the days of 4% interest and 10-year deferments via ROTC. Well, can I do better? My 4-year loan at Illinois State University, I thought I was going to die. $9,500 after 4 years. Yep. That won't get me through a semester at any university. Let me think. Maybe Whitewater. No, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe UWM. I don't know. I think their tuition is higher than that. Africa Queen said she was talking to Sincere Ronnie Ray Rhea. I don't agree. I agree. I don't know too many people that love their job. And Curly Q, I agree with you. Also, gainfully employed is a blessing, especially now. What do you mean, especially now? I don't understand what you mean. Society now is based on hustle. I know we don't like that word, and sometimes people say, yo, black people hustle all the time. I'm not talking about that kind of hustle. I'm talking about putting together what you need in order to make sure you're able to make money in order to take care of family and obligations and all that. Go to work every day. For me, going to work every day is your hustle. Back in the day, that's not what we called hustle. That is not what we called hustle. And so while I get it, it comes down to how are we going to figure out how to make it work? How are we going to figure out how to make life happen? I don't know. So, are we up on YouTube at all? Because I know I can hear myself because I don't see my picture again. That's called. So here's the deal. So you might be able to see me, but I can't see you. Reason being, I got a new computer. And so now I can. I got a new computer. And so sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So between me and X, you might get anything. You might get my voice and not my face. You might get my face and not my voice. It's Friday. It's Pop-Off Friday. So I'm just saying, just like it was Monday. So we have to make sure that we understand and realize exactly those things that we can do to make life work. Nobody's going to do it for us. Nobody's going to stand up and say, hey, I'm going to do this for you and I think you're great. No, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to get up and you're going to have to get your hustle on. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. 833-212-1017 is the number. So, do you know what Alper is? X. That's the question. Do you know what Alper is?
Never heard of it.
Okay, ALPR. Automated License Plate Reader. Have you heard of it?
Now I have.
Okay. So, my question is, do we need Alper in the city of Milwaukee? Like, if we're going to forego street cameras everywhere at every major intersection, so when people act the fool, we can record it, like they have in Europe, let's get Alper. And when you drive down the street, why not? If you drive down the street, if the car's stolen, they automatically know your car. You're in public, so it's not like you can say you can't do it.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about all the reckless drivers and stuff like that. Most of those people don't even have license plates on their car.
Right, but when we catch you, we have video evidence of what you did.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that what the street lights are for, though?
That's funny.
The cameras don't capture that?
You're gonna need 3 or 4 different ways of them. Okay, so I got the fact that you didn't have any plates on your car. I got the fact that you were speeding and you were crashing into people or doing whatever. And I got video showing that you ran through the red light. Like, I'm gonna have to have 5 or 6 different things because a lot of people in the justice system feel bad. They feel bad, and so we don't want people to get in trouble. So they let them go to do other things. So I don't know. I think we need it. That's just me.
I mean, how long do you think they should be in jail for reckless driving and stuff like that?
It's a ticket. It's a ticket, right? I'm a ticket. Tickets do worse than jail. You send me to jail and I'm out of jail, I'm done, right? I've gone back with my life. But if you write me a ticket and I don't pay it, and then it turns into a commitment, and then I get arrested again and go back to jail because I didn't pay the ticket, and then I get out and I still got to pay it just evolves and revolves through your life, and it can just jack you. You can't get a job. I got all these outstanding tickets. I owe $8,000-$9,000. It can pile up, and it'll cause you to not get a job so that you can pay off the tickets. So I think that does worse. You hit me up and you tell me I did something wrong. You send me to jail for 3 months and I get out. I'm golden.
But you lose your job and your house.
But I lose it anyway. Because I can't pay the bills. And if I can't pay the bills, I get in trouble and get put back in jail. It's a cycle. We need to figure out how to fix that cycle. But you're absolutely right. We need to figure out how to fix that cycle. So before the break, because I know I'm coming up on a break, before the break I said there are three things you need to do in your life in order to make sure you have longevity. Saw a video on IG, some of the best information I've ever had. Couldn't get the name of the guy because they didn't put that out. Because, I don't know why they don't do that. They put videos out. They don't put the name. They don't put the video, what the name of the video. It's ridiculous. Number one, surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you. If you go somewhere and people look away, those aren't your friends. Number two, slowly, and this is important for some of you all that's on the YouTube chat and on the talk and text line. Slowly is the fastest way to get where you want to be. What does that mean? That means take your time. And then finally, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next mountain. We always seem to want to get where we're going, and then when we get there, we want to chill. Okay, I got this. Let me sit back. Let me kick back. And we forget the fact that there's always another mountain to climb. The mountain may not be as big as the mountain you just finished, but there's always another mountain to climb. And so while you're busy going through all these other issues to create sustainability, to create longevity, put yourself around those people that are a joy to be with because they see you as a joy. Put yourself around those people. You have to. Make sure you remember that slow gets you there. You know the old adage, speed kills. But then, just because you finish going up that mountain, it's like finishing your freshman year in high school or college. The next thing you know, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You have to finish what you started. And each time it gets harder, and it gets steeper. And then what do you do? What do you do? You keep climbing, because in the end, that's what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to keep you successful. And that's all you really need. Got it? All right. By the way, in the next hour, we're going to be doing some Gruber, qualifying folks for Gruber, so make sure you hang out. We got Top 5 at 5 coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next hour, so make sure you hang out. I'm chilling at home. I think you should be too. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be right back.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, please join us at our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Admission to Truth Family Fest is absolutely free and a great place to have fun and celebrate with family and friends while also enjoying some great music and amazing food. Also, everyone in attendance will have a chance to win some great prizes, so make sure to save the date for our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest is presented by Crash Course and U.S. Cellular. Also sponsored by Landmark Credit Union, Milwaukee Public Schools, U.S. Bank, Milwaukee Area Technical College, Educators Credit Union, and Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. One big Democratic name has thrown their hat into the ring for governor. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez formally announced her candidacy for the position this morning. Meanwhile, Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley says he will formally declare his candidacy in the weeks ahead. In Madison,
the defendant also gave NR the ability to enter that gun safe by telling her how she could find the combination.
The father of the Abundant Life Christian School shooter is bound for trial. 43-year-old Jeffrey Rupp now faces 3 felonies, including intentionally selling a dangerous weapon to a minor and contributing to the delinquency of a child. His 15-year-old daughter, Natalie, used one of 2 legally purchased guns in the mass shooting at Abundant Life Christian School in December 2024. 2 people died in that shooting, and 1 teen is still recovering in the hospital. Rupp now has been out of custody since posting bail in May. Enrolling more students to Milwaukee public schools. Parents and children met with MPS teachers on Thursday as part of the district's Community Resource Enrollment Fair. MPS Chief of Staff Michael Harris says this.
We understand that we have schools in every neighborhood across Milwaukee, and we want to make sure that our community knows that Milwaukee Public Schools is there to support their needs.
MPS is working with external partners like Milwaukee Rec and Milwaukee Public Libraries to ensure after-school programming for students. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. All right, before I get to my first one, before I cue X to hit the number 5 for my top 5 at 5, there is a report that just came out. A passenger on a Southwest Airlines flight headed from Burbank to Las Vegas said they narrowly avoided a midair collision with another plane today. They were aboard the flight 1496 from Burbank to Las Vegas, experienced a frightening few seconds when the aircraft suddenly took a nosedive to avoid a midair collision shortly after takeoff. The dramatic maneuver caused passengers to fly up out of their seats and into the ceiling as children and adults screamed, fearing the worst. They report at least one flight attendant was injured, though the airline has not confirmed any details about the incident. One woman, Caitlin Birdie, who was on the flight, told Fox News Digital she had been on the same flight path before, so she knew the extreme turbulence was abnormal. About 10 minutes into the flight, they plummeted pretty far, and she looked around and saw everyone was like, okay, that's normal, Birdie said. Then, within 2 seconds, it felt like the ride of terror of terror. I'm sorry, Tower of Terror. Can't read. They fell 20 to 30 feet in the air. The screaming, it was terrifying. We really thought we were going to plummet into a crash. Flight attendant hit their head. Another flight attendant announced he was quitting on the airplane with the people. Whoo! Soft people. Okay, let me stop. Whoo! I mean, I know you're scared. I've been scared at work too, but that's what you. Oops, there we go again. That's what you signed up for.
Number 5.
This from CBS 58. We talked about it earlier. Wisconsin Democratic Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, a former emergency room nurse, announced today she's running for governor the day after the incumbent decided not to seek another term. We talked about that yesterday. So, like, who is she? Like, did you even know the name of the lieutenant governor? You lose. Somebody just said they voted for her. X said, well, we voted for her. They were on a ticket. You vote for one, you vote for okay. So, yeah, but she's useless. Like, she didn't do anything. No lieutenant governor really does much. That's not. I don't know if I would brag that I voted for her when she doesn't do anything and she hasn't done anything and she's not known to have done anything in the state of Wisconsin. So, I don't know. All right, we'll move on to our next story.
Number 4.
So, Trump signed an executive order that kind of makes sense, but it really doesn't make sense. President Donald Trump signed an executive order, this is from CNN.com, on yesterday, making it easier for local jurisdictions to remove homeless people from the streets. Now, you would think this is something terrible because CNN put the headline that way. They're doing the same thing Fox does, right? They put the headline that makes it pro-Trump, but then you read it and you go, wait a minute, this is not good. CNN makes it like, oh my God, it's terrible for homeless people. But then you read the story and it says, the order directs Attorney General Pam Bondi to reverse judicial precedents and end consent decrees that limit jurisdictions' abilities to relocate homeless people. It also redirects federal resources so that affected homeless people are transferred to rehabilitation and substance misuse facilities. I guess we're not calling it abuse anymore. We're calling it misuse. Oh, that's stupid. It also directs Bondi to work with Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Housing and Urban Development Secretary Scott Turner, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy to fast-track federal funding to states and municipalities that crack down on open illicit drug use, urban camping and loitering, urban squatting, and track the location of sex offenders. Now, does that sound like something that's causing people to not be homeless?
Number 3.
I wasn't ready yet. But anyway, I guess I got to move on to number 3. It's Friday. I'm just having fun today. It's Friday. So, did somebody tell Venus? Can somebody go talk to Venus Williams? So, dear Venus, you ready? You're 45 years old and you're worth $95 million. I got a question. Why are you playing tennis? From Blavity.com, Venus Williams, 45 years old, became the oldest woman in 20 years to win a tour-level singles match. And then the next day she went out and lost. But anyway, she made history Tuesday night by becoming the second oldest woman to win a tour-level singles match. She didn't let her age be a deterrent. In the singles match against 23-year-old Peyton Stearns, she displayed some of her classic moves that previously earned her the coveted title as the world's #1 ranked singles player during her prime. She defeated Stearns 6-3, 6-4 at the DC Open, and then she promptly lost her next match. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, what is it about these athletes that when they get a certain age, they can't let go? They got to keep going. They got to keep going. That makes absolutely no sense. We've got players that have lost their lives, their wives, their children, their husbands, because they can't stop themselves from moving forward and playing a game. I personally don't understand it. I have a time and a day and a place, and when I decide that I'm done, I'm going to tell you, hey, y'all, I'm done, and then I'm moving on. All right, let's go to the next story.
Number 2.
Well, we're at it again. This from TheRoot.com. Another Karen at Walmart, this time in Cleveland. But this one is weird. This one is bizarre. What started as a simple trip to Walmart ended up with a black woman and her 15-year-old son being accused of theft. But shockingly, employees at the store weren't the ones who took issue with the black family. Instead, it was a white woman who followed and harassed a teenager for, well, the reason didn't make any sense. Penny Thompson, 42, says she was already frustrated that no Walmart employee helped her load her new 55-inch TV into her car. Not to mention, out of all the white people making large purchases at the store, she was the only one who was forced to show identification on July 3rd. But it's when she and her son walked to their car and began unloading their purchased items into the vehicle that they were approached by a woman and her husband. He was driving a blue pickup truck, which pulled up behind her and blocked her in. So when the blue truck pulls up, I'm like, are they going to rob us? This is what she told Atlanta Black Star. That's when the mother claimed the white lady got out of the truck and started accusing her teenager of stealing her wallet. Right. I told them they better call the police immediately. I then tell my son to go get the manager inside of Walmart. Eventually, the son returned with the manager and started filming the verbal altercation. Thompson can be heard telling the lady, like, check the cameras and tell this lady that my son hasn't taken anything from her. Is she high or something? What's the problem? Unidentified woman tells her husband that Thompson is pulling the race card. That's when Thompson responds, yeah, I'm pulling the race card. I don't care what color you are, the white woman said. You look guilty. Sounds familiar. And you can act like it because you're black, but it's not. You know he's guilty. And so there's back and forth and back and forth. And so the Walmart manager is standing there, doesn't say a word. The white woman takes her glasses off and tells her husband she's waiting for Thompson to hit her. And then she tries to provoke her. And then the son sees it. And the son, starts saying the woman is rage baiting, right? Trying to make you so mad that you'll punch her or do something. After that, Thompson called the police. They arrived. 20 minutes passed. Thompson and her son were allowed to leave the store. The police later called the mother to clear her and her son of any wrongdoing. They said after reviewing the camera footage, you ready? They determined that the woman's wallet was not stolen. In fact, she left it in her own purse in the husband's truck. How do you walk up and just immediately just say somebody did something, and you think just because you said it, everybody's going to side with you? And it's unfortunate because you make people look bad. You literally make people look bad. And that's a shame. You make people look bad because not everyone is like that. The majority of people in the world are not like that. And let's move on to our final story.
Number 1.
MPD is investigating, this from CBS 58, fatal shooting that happened around 1:30 this afternoon near 6th and Hayes on the south side. A victim is a 67-year-old who sustained fatal gunshot wounds. The situation is under investigation and police are looking for an unknown suspect. Anyone with information is to call Milwaukee Police at 414-935-7360, or you can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. And I think that's every day. There's at least one. I think there may not have been a homicide yesterday. I don't believe there was. Might have broke the chain. Maybe I jinxed it. Maybe that's a good thing. All right. And I guess
one call, that's all.
We'll do one call, that's all. All right. Now I got to find my copy. I got to read. I love it. I love live radio. All right. One call, that's all is right. Now's your chance to be our one call, that's all 5K giveaway winner for the day. Yes, you can be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 4 right now at 833-212-1017. You'll be entered in to win the $5,000 giveaway when we give it away right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that's caller number 4 at 833-212-1017 is the number. Remember, if you or a loved one has ever been injured in an accident, call Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. We'll be right back.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the podcast, Marcus and his son Chris react to NBA headlines. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Health starts early. Outreach's Healthy Starts, Healthy Hearts will bring together experts to help you shape your child's lifelong physical and mental well-being. Whether you're an expectant parent or provider, this event is for you. The event is free at our Capitol Drive location and open to all families. Call 414-727-6320 to register today. That's 414-727-6320. Outreach. Healthcare with Heart.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a bank. Subject to credit approval. Member.
Impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 833-212-1017 is the number. I want to say congratulations to Andre. He is a qualifier for the Gruber giveaway. That'll be coming up in a few weeks, so make sure you hang around and keep listening each and every day right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. 833-212-1017 is the number for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You know, for windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. Pella Experience Center lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines, all price ranges, side by side. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Now, certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI.com. All right. Let me see what y'all talking about on the talking text. Let me see. Let me go back. Corporate boardrooms, not overt, like racism. Very professional. Is it professional racism? I don't know. Dion say, I hate my job. Yeah, but you have one. And you decided to go there. So if you don't like it, go somewhere else. Is it going to be easy? No, because, yeah. Sir Chance said that sounds like synonymous with the propensity of the jealousy and envy coming from your enemies. No, I don't know. How'd you get that one out of that? I'd be interested in knowing that. I would be interested in knowing that. By the way, who do you want to be the next governor? 833-212-1017. Who you want? You want Crowley, you want Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, you got a couple of Republicans running, you got other Democrats running. I'm really not seeing power in the Democratic race. Sarah Rodriguez announced, but she really didn't announce what she was doing. They said David Crowley in a statement said that in the weeks ahead he'll be taking steps towards entering the race for governor. I don't even know what that means. Either you in or you out. The stakes are simply too high to sit on the sidelines. Like what? Like what are the stakes? What are the stakes? Nothing the Democratic Party has done to date has worked. Don't become emotional. Don't get mad. Figure out who's going to run and who's going to actually help us, the city of Milwaukee, because it's not happening. We're getting zero. We got nothing. We got nada. We got zip. It doesn't make any sense. The only thing Rodriguez has to say is that she vows to push back against Republican President Donald Trump's administration. So what? What? What does that got to do with the city of Milwaukee, MPS, DPI? I don't understand. Crime. Here. I don't understand. We let Democrats come in, and the first thing they do is say, I'm anti-Trump, and that's why you should vote for me. But they never give you anything of substance that they're going to do. Ask the mayor. What of substance are you going to do? Ask the county executive, what will you do of substance? Ask MPS superintendent. Ask the chair of the board of supervisors with the county, common council president, the governor, the lieutenant governor, whoever your congressman or woman is, and whoever your senator is. Period. Ask them very specific, pointed questions. What will your office and my district where I live look like when you're done, when you leave office? And if they can't answer that question, do not vote for them. I don't care what race they are. I don't care what gender they are. I don't care. Don't vote for them. Because they're wasting your time. And they're doing the same misdirection. Oh, look, Donald Trump. And then everybody turns their eye, looks at Donald Trump. We go, oh, we got to get rid of Donald Trump. Meanwhile, we don't have a plan for you because we have a plan for us already, because the people that gave me money are the people that are going to pay to get their way while you don't get your way. And it's the same over and over and over and over. And we've fallen for it every single time. Every single time. We vote, nothing to show for it. Because we don't ask for anything. I'm going to ask David Crowley when I see him personally. The stakes are too high. In what way? Because if you're talking national, I don't really care. What are you going to do for the state of Wisconsin? And don't tell me you're going to bring national money and all that. You got taxpayer money right here in the billions of dollars that you need to be in control of. So I don't really understand what that means. What? You got a lieutenant governor who we don't even know she exists. She used to be the emergency room nurse. Okay. Running for governor. To do what? You didn't do anything when you were in there. What have you done? Oh, give people a chance. You've had how long? Evers had 2 terms. Had one lieutenant governor who didn't know his head from a hole in the wall and lost. Nah, he's pretty cool. I'm just teasing. And now you got another one who you don't know who she is from a hole in the wall. So what are we doing? Where's the meat on the bone? You have to come out on fire, or else you're not going to win. And it's unfortunate. 833-212-1017 is the number. Sandra, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
I am just fine today because it's Friday. How are you today? I'm
good. I'm in a halfway semi pop-off Friday. Even though I gotta finish my title. My title for the first hour is Pop-Off Friday, The Fine Print.
Oh, okay.
Gotta watch the fine print. What's up?
I don't hear you popping off no more than
I'm at home. I'm kind of low key. I'm at home. I'm kind of low key. If I need to pop off,
yeah.
If I want to pop off,
you're supposed to be comfortable.
I might get smacked in the head if I pop off at home.
Really? Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. You probably could be home every day instead of working.
Some hand comes in, pop right in the back of the head. You wouldn't even be able to see who it was.
You were speaking of people get a job and complain about it. I bet you any money if you was at home every day, you would love it.
Who?
You would love to work out of the house, wouldn't you?
I work out of the house. I'm doing it right now.
I'm talking about your radio show.
No, I wouldn't want to do it every day.
You would?
It's the ambiance, the people. The people walking past and waving and seeing people. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So now, I was just listening to you pop off and
just because you don't like
talk
people.
about the people that's running for government.
So
who don't like people?
Who would you vote for governor right now?
You know what? I don't. I saw him, but you saw him, and I know Crowley said he was running. Well, he's trying to run, whatever.
Right.
But that lady you were talking about, I didn't get her name. Yeah, I didn't get her name.
Sarah Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Right. I know they said some other ones, but I didn't pay a whole lot of attention yet. I got a
couple of Republicans are winning, and I think like one other Democrat, but I don't know. It's enough. It's
politics. Yeah.
Well,
politics,
it's not politics. No one is giving. We keep letting people jack us by not telling us what it is they're going to do, and then they get in office and they do whatever it is they want to do, and then they're able to come back and say, well, I never really told you what I was going to do, and this is why I'm doing it. You don't really understand because you're not an elected official. Well, then you need to explain it to me, or we need to get you out of office. But we don't do that. We just let people stay.
I don't think they can do it. Apparently not.
Yeah, they can.
Well, a lot of times when you work with government, you got to get the okay from this set of people, that set of people. No. It's just like up to where in the government you got your different, like your legislature, your judicial, all these systems, and just because you say you can do this, don't mean you can do it.
Then why did I vote you into office? You got to get the real okay. Why did I vote you into office? You should at least tell me what it is you're going to try to do.
Well, they be lying. You know those people. You see the city. You know they be lying. They get
Rodriguez said she's going to fight against the Trump administration. Like that's going to actually make people vote for her. It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense because she thinks people are so stupid that they'll fall for it just because you mentioned Trump. And they will. Mm-hmm. And then you'll vote for her, and she won't do anything, just like Evers. She won't do a thing.
Evers did stuff. Now, you know, Sherwin gave the whole list of stuff that Evers did. I got to go back and take the list.
It's not about what Evers did. If you're not better today in the state of Wisconsin, he gave all that money to education. He really didn't give a flip about anything or anybody else. He changed the Constitution. He changed bills. Well, not Constitution. He changed bills, added zeros for the children, right? It's just not our children. So what are we doing?
Well, of course we know that. Look,
but what are we doing?
For years, and we still in it. Look, I'm going to tell you, maybe we got to start having some secret meetings and figure out how we're going to
need a secret meeting for.
Well, that's what they do behind our back.
No, they don't. They call it the PTA. They don't. They call it the PTA. We just don't go.
Look, these people got some secret meetings that they come up with the MAGA crowd and everything else.
No, you think there's this cabal that's doing it. They do it in plain view. I watch people in restaurants in Milwaukee walk in with candidates and sit down, and they're all construction people and all that, and they make sure that all that stuff happens downtown. That's why you got all that stuff sitting downtown and nothing in the other neighborhoods. That's what happens, and like we don't say anything about it. We don't do anything about it. Well,
we're not marching.
As you all, no. As you told me, it's not my city because I wasn't born and raised here, so I don't know. So y'all need to.
I never told you that.
Mm-hmm.
I never told you that. I heard Sherwin say it before. I never said it because
I'm putting all y'all in the same boat.
Because you know why I don't say it? You know why I don't say it?
Why?
Because we're the same people, really. I mean, we're different people.
No, I ain't from
We're the same race of people, so I don't say just because they come here and they get a bad rap, and they shouldn't.
I ain't
they shouldn't because my people came to Chicago from Mississippi too.
Okay.
And I could never say that, because they came to Chicago. My grandmother worked out of Winnetka. She was a maid in Winnetka. And my dad, he said he was over there for a while, and then he came here, and so that's how we all kind of landed here from Mississippi. So, I mean, we all had a battle, so I don't even see why they go through notion of you're from this place and but
well, I'm gonna let it go.
Everybody got their own opinion
because we got to do traffic. So
okay, then we'll see you Monday, and you have a nice weekend. And the little guy, what's the guy's name again? What's the guy's name?
X.
Oh, I should even forget that. Okay, X. Have a good weekend.
All right. I'm taking Monday off, by the way.
Okay. I'll call you Tuesday. I'll catch up with you. Okay bye-bye.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. And now with 1017 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazica.
Very hefty ride on 4394 heading northbound. There was a vehicle fire right about at Beecher Street. The right lane is still closed because of this, so we're seeing big delays coming up from the Mitchell interchange. On the southbound side, delays from Keefe all the way down through the Marquette down to Beecher. Eastbound 94, watch out for some delays now coming out of the Zoo interchange. We do have a crash just past 84th Street off on the right shoulder. Those delays, though, continue all the way to 35th Street. Southbound 41, you've got backups from before Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of showers or storms, mostly cloudy, otherwise a low of 68. Tomorrow, scattered showers and storms, warm and humid, a high of 82. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 1017 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You can be the light helping Milwaukee students reach college. Join the UNCF Walk for Education August 2nd at Veterans Park, our 41st year of lighting the way. Meet our inspiring 2025 Grand Marshals and Torchbearers. Your help funds scholarships for local students. Bring your coworkers, friends, and family for awards, great food, and community spirit. Every step taken lights the way to someone's future. Visit mkauncf.info today.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
You ever notice how the phrase 9 to 5 sounds just so old school? That's because in 2025, the 9 to 5 is as outdated as a rotary phone. Let's be real. The world has changed, and the way we work has changed with it. The gig economy is booming. Folks are making money on their own terms, driving Ubers, delivering DoorDash, freelancing, and side hustling their way to the bag. And then there's the work-from-home revolution. People are clocking in from their kitchen tables, their favorite coffee shops, or even the beach. Laptops open, pajamas on, productivity up. The virtual office is now the new corner office, and the only commute is from the bed to the desk. Let's not forget about the digital nomads, those bold souls who turn the world into their workplace. They're sending emails from Bali, closing deals in Barcelona, and living life on their own schedule. No time clock, no cubicle, just Wi-Fi and a dream. And 21st century entrepreneurship, well, it's a whole new game. You can launch a business from your phone, build a brand on Instagram, and make more in a week than some folks do in a month without even punching a clock. So who's still working that old 9 to 5 job? People who are resistant to change or maybe just can't adapt. The future belongs to the flexible, the creative, the hustlers who know how to make technology work for them. The 9 to 5, well, that's a museum piece. The real action is happening outside the box, where freedom and opportunity are just a click away.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The 61-41 Milwaukee Brewers back in action today following their off day on Thursday. They'll begin a 6-game homestand that begins with 3 against the Miami Marlins this afternoon at American Family Field. First pitch set for 3:10. Freddie Peralta on the mound today for the Brew Crew. After the game today as well, the first ever Brewers Alumni Home Run Derby featuring Prince Fielder and Ryan Braun. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL where the Packers training camp is in full swing after practice this week. Quarterback Jordan Love addressing what he needs to do this year.
Continue to improve my playmaking ability, continue to find those instances when defense might be winning, having everybody covered up to find ways to scramble, extend plays, and use my legs, different instances, move in the pocket, and just keep extending plays.
The Packers will resume practice today in Green Bay. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Proud PTA mama here. I'm just saying. So we were talking about. So I was listening to the sports update, and I mentioned something to X. I said, "Wow, 2 old heads, 2 OGs trying to do a home run derby." Prince Fielder? Wasn't Prince Fielder a pitcher? You know, pitchers can't hit. Anyway, it's always a fluke. When I was growing up, it was a fluke when a pitcher got a hit. Like, wow, did you see that? And now, like, nobody really cares. But anyway, it's even worse. It's even worse. Prince Fielder played first base. Okay. It's even worse. Because he's fat and slow. I know. Like, what? Is he going to make it around the bases? And then, wasn't Ryan Braun juicing? And said all that time, no, I wasn't, no. Okay, you got me. You got the test results back. I'm not going to say no until. Dude, if you did it, just say yes. Just be like, yes. It's going to blow up either way. Blow up sooner. Get it over with sooner. I'm just saying. And that's a hard one. Your ego kicks in and, I'm going to get caught. Yeah, I did it. Yes, I did. This is what happened. It was terrible. It was this. It was that. But that's what happened. That's the truth. And then you're done. People will scream and holler. It'll be in a news cycle for like maybe a day and a half, and then it's gone. And then you're done. But you got 2 old fat guys, or in this case, 1 fat, 1 thin, from juicing, and they're gonna hit. Like, what happened to baseball? That's when baseball was good, when everybody juiced. Barry Bonds, when everybody juiced. Although I'm not still convinced Barry Bonds actually juiced, because they had 0 proof. They tested him. There was no proof. So I was like, I think y'all just don't like him because he hit home runs. But I'm just saying. Yeah. 833-212-1017 is the number. Curly Q say it's about to be 2016 presidential level of candidates. I don't know. We need help in the state of Wisconsin. No kidding. That's exactly my point. Tanya, you are on point. We need help. And you need to find somebody. If you don't want Republicans to help you, Democrats haven't been helping you. I don't care what you say. Sherwin was talking this morning about Democrats are for the people. Then why are the people doing so poorly? Why are our schools for the people doing so poorly? Why are there no jobs for the people doing so poorly? And don't blame Donald Trump or blame Scott Walker or blame a Republican when you're the one in office and you're the one doing it and you're in charge as the governor. Don't blame the legislature. We can take care of Robin Voss. Like, we'll just move people to his district and run and get them out. That's how they do people.
But if you don't have a plan, you elected a man who didn't have a plan. Nothing. You just felt good. And you wanted to get rid of this person. So you did. And then you still got nothing for it. You have absolutely nothing to show for it. Milwaukee is worse off today than it's ever been. You got a black mayor, you got a black county executive, all Democrats, and a Democratic governor, and you still have nothing. You have an MPS superintendent who I'm 90% suspect Democrat, 100% pro-union. Not a negative. But you got all these people that are supposed to be in line, but yet nothing happens. Zero. So if you keep voting that way, I'm not saying vote Republican, but if you keep voting that way and you get nothing for it, that's on you. They haven't given anything back to this community at all. And of course, my goal is for you to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. There's no machine here in Democratic politics. There's no machine. They faking it, and they say they don't like Chicago, but it's a fake machine up here. They are bamboozling you, us, robbing us, not giving us money, coming up with reasons why we can't. Watch everybody try to get Crowley out of the race because Rodriguez is running. Or they'll try to turn it Hispanic, black. And then somebody white will come in and just slide right in when, before we go to break, there was a certain person who keeps doing that. They went from, I'm not going to say his name, but he went from state offices and little things around the city and all this, and now he's the city attorney. I'm just saying. Because, sometimes people take advantage of when bad things happen to black politicians. And they just slide in and take over. And next thing you know, you look up and you're boxed out. I think that's called segregation. Anyway, you're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be right back.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good Karma Brands teamed up with a 2021 national champion Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball program to host the first ever Good Karma Brands volleyball clinic at Vincent High School in Milwaukee. The event covered all essential volleyball skills with sessions in hitting, setting, and passing. To wrap up the clinic, campers put the skills they just perfected to the test with a full scrimmage. The event wouldn't have been possible without our sponsors. Thank you to Big Frog Custom T-Shirts, UW Credit Union, and Signing Unlimited for their hard work in making this event possible.
Why did Old National Bank decide to create this program?
It was something that was near and dear to the heart of our chairman and CEO, Jim Bryant. Jim wanted us to do more in the African-American communities, more with minority-owned businesses. So he approached Roland Shelton, who was my boss in Evansville, Indiana, and said, Roland, we need to do more. We need to create a program that's going to allow individuals, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses to access capital a lot better than traditionally we've been doing. And so we created the Empowerment Loan Program 2 years ago.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
Escape to the hidden gem of the Midwest, Chula Vista Resort. Relax with modern comforts and breathtaking views. Thrill into water parks and swing into championship golf. Savor diverse dining options. Book your summer retreat now. Call 1-800-388-4782 or visit chulavistaresort.com.
Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy. It's time to feel good. July 31st through August 10th, only at the Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Thought I'd kind of ease into the weekend a little slower. Remember? That's one of the adages, slow. Just go slow. Slowly makes it the fastest way to do something. So I'm trying to speed up and get to the weekend, so I'm going to take it slow. Take it slow. Alicia Myers, One Way. I'm just saying. 833-212-1017 is the number. One thing I didn't do today that I need to check, and that is all right. Currently, go away. Currently it's 75 degrees. Tonight's low is 68. Only about a 13 degree difference. Winds are from the northwest at about 8 miles an hour. Dew point is 63%. Everything looks pretty good. Pressure's dropping. Let me see. What are we looking like in terms of partly cloudy. Yeah, it'll start getting cloudy around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but it doesn't look like there's any rain on Saturday, so, I spoke too soon. About 5 in the morning, it'll rain throughout the day until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then it'll be about 78 degrees, so it's going to be a wet day tomorrow, so make sure you hustle up and bustle up and make sure you stay dry. So, I want to say congratulations to MPS. I want our schools to be some of the best schools in the country. And so, story from WISN 12, all Milwaukee public schools that closed due to lead dangers will welcome students back to campus this fall. The district closed 9 buildings with dangerous lead levels during the 24-25 school year, and on last night, officials cleared the last school still shut down. That was Brown Street Academy near 20th and Brown, and students at the elementary school were relocated to Andrew Douglas Middle School for the remainder of the academic year. MPS did not identify any Brown Street Academy student with elevated blood lead levels. Superintendent Brenda Caselius said, our students, families, and staff navigated the disruptions caused by building relocations last year with great patience and resilience. I'm grateful to them for their partnership through this challenge. First day of school is Tuesday, September 2nd. I don't know if I look at everything as a partnership. Some things are not a partnership. It's your responsibility to get that done. We're not going to partner on something that you're supposed to do. Get it done. And that's something that MPS did. They stepped up and they got it done. So Superintendent Caselius and school board, you're to be commended. You did a great job. Crews will continue to clean up lead dangers at other district buildings throughout the summer. And they will specifically target schools built before 1978. District hopes to clear all lead dangers by the end of the calendar year. So Looks like everything will be all right. Everything will be okay. I'm looking at some stories. You know what? Before I go, let me check the talking text line. Prince Fielder, 319 home runs. Okay, Cecil Fielder, 319. Prince Fielder, 319. Okay, Cecil Fielder, Prince Fielder, two of the best home run hitters. Why is everybody on a home run thing? I never said anything about home run. I just said that, he's a big guy. I never said he was a bad home run hitter. Did I? No. All these. See, I can't call them what I want to call them because it's funny, but then somebody will get mad. And then, I'll be in trouble. Be like, hey, what are you doing? Can't have fun anymore. It's a Friday afternoon. Politicians don't understand that it takes time to build trust from voters. I think what you actually need to do is tell me what it is you're going to do and then go in and, do about 60% of what you said you were going to do, and I'll be okay and I'll put you back in office. But don't lie to me and tell me you're well, no, they didn't. Well, I guess I'm wrong. They didn't lie. Just never did anything. Yep. They didn't do anything. I don't think a home run derby involves running, though. Y'all mean. Woo. I just said I couldn't see him running because he was so big, but I guess you got to stand on first base. You don't have to run. So I'm just saying they kind of knew it too. Curly Q said, I don't think running through is. I just got to hit. Okay. Reginald said, Dr. Ken, what days and times do I tune in to hear you on TMJ? I am on TMJ when they don't have a game, Sunday night, with Denise Thomas, 7 to 9. And then it rebroadcasts on The Truth, 6 to 8 on the following Monday. And I'm on with Vince Vitrano, our teammate from there. Wednesday morning from like 6:50 to 7 o'clock. So you can come check it out. I got all these dates in my head and all the times in the calendars and all that in school. And so, yeah, you can check it out on there too. But it's one of those things. We're going to be doing some new things. We're going to be inviting some of our partners from over there to come over here to 1017 The Truth, and you get to hear them and talk about all the things they're talking about and doing all the things they're doing. So I think it'll be pretty cool. I think we'll have a good time, and we'll get to learn and grow and do it. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Who was the cousin sub on Monday? I don't know. You think you're slick, don't you? Hey, thanks for being here. Thank you, X. Appreciate you. Thanks for all the callers, talking text line. Thank you for the YouTube chat. Y'all have a great weekend. Still take care of yourself, Kawanda and Curly Q and Reginald and all the Mao. Be careful, Africa Queen. Be careful. Have a great weekend. God bless. Take care. I'm out.
Be quiet.
Truth Nation, are you looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business? Well, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival, and you don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. To be a vendor at Truth Family Fest, visit truthfamilyfest.com and sign up today.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Buck